Hey y'all, it's Trinity, and in this week's video, I'm gonna show you how you can go from this
to this
for this summer. So yeah, let's do it. So this is going to be a very simple summery makeup tutorial. I hope you guys like it. This is a tutorial, not tutorial, but this is a routine that I have been following pretty much all of summer and like the cusp end of the school year. So I hope this can help you.
Before we get started, I just want to tell you guys what exactly we're going to be covering. So you're going to need two different types of blushes, one that's more sparkly, one that's more matte. You're also going to need two mascaras. I use one that's lengthening and one that is volumizing, but if you can find one mascara that does a good job of both, that will also be perfect. Lastly, the main big thing that I'm going to be talking about is highlighter and the placement I put them in. So you're going to need a white highlighter. It probably can work with a gold one, but with white highlighter just really pops. If you guys would like a link to any of the brands that I am using, please just let me know and I'll put them in the comments and reply to you. Please just let me know. I won't have them in the description. But let me stop wasting your time. I'm going to go more in depth about the brands once we actually start. So let's do that.
Alright, so for this makeup tutorial, if you want to wear any foundation, concealer, bronzer, anything like that, go ahead and put that on, because in this tutorial, we actually don't really need that. But if you feel like it's necessary for your routine, make sure to include that before all the other stuff that we're going to do.
I just want to hop on and say it's kind of personal preference why I don't do any face makeup. Not because I don't need it necessarily, but I just think it makes your face look really heavy. So that's the only reason we're not doing any face makeup.
So to start, we're going to do our blush. Now, I layer my blush. I do one sparkly blush. I've been using this e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. And it just leaves a really nice shine underneath my already kind of matte finish, you know? And honestly, don't be afraid to kind of layer it on, because this is going to be underneath another blush, and you want to make sure your face is pretty sparkly if you don't already like have highlighter on. So this is what it looks like so far. Now for some people, they can just stop here, or they don't really want any other blush, but if you like having a more sun-kissed look, then I recommend going in and getting some blush. Now I'm using this eyeshadow palette because I just like the color of blush in it. So I'm using, what is this one even called? I'm using the shade called Lavish. As you can see, I actually really like it, but I'm also going to mix it in with this color. Now, if you have a sparkly highlighter like this, you're going to want to save it, because we're going to use that again later. Now, I just take that blush and I mix it in just with a little bit of the sparkly. And I do that at the top, right next to my eye, down to my cheek. If you feel like this is too much blush, you can always blend it in. Usually I go a little too heavy on my nose, and it kind of makes me look sick, so I just blend that out with my finger. You can also kind of carry it under your eyes too. That's what I do sometimes. Now, I don't have any like brow stuff, but I would recommend doing your brows before as well, because we're also not going to really cover that. But if you really want to do something fun with your brows, I recommend doing something like soap brows or brushing your brows up. I don't really have anything to do brows, but that's just what I would recommend for this look. Alright, next we are going to do our mascara. And I feel like for me, this is kind of what makes or breaks my routine. So I use two mascaras. I use this Lash Princess. This is the lengthening one, if I remember correctly. And then I use this other Lash Princess. These are also both Essence mascaras. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do really love their mascaras. And this is the volumizing one. You're also going to need a lash curler. Preferably one that isn't cheap and will actually do something. But I just hold it there for about 20 to 30 seconds, so I'm going to do that. I also just brush out my lashes with my fingers, just spread them apart a little bit more. Alright, if you guys know any mascaras that are good at like separating the lashes, please let me know, because my lashes are long but they like clump together, so I feel like it doesn't look as obvious. This is the lashes look like just curled. Now I start with the lengthening one. I'm kind of out of this, but I feel like it works better. Alright, this is just with the lengthening one, and sometimes that's all I do if I just want it to look a little more simple, but if I really want a lot more volume, then I'll go in with this one. It has a curved mascara wand. So we're just gonna apply that only on the top. So that is what it's looking like. It looks a lot more fuller. It definitely looks like I have a lot more makeup on than I actually do. So just be aware of that. It does definitely make you have really bold eyes, which I really like the look of. Now for pretty much the last thing, this is a pretty simple tutorial. We're just gonna go in with this highlighting shade. You can use any one. I prefer a white one, but I'm sure it would work okay with the gold as well. I'm just gonna apply to your inner corners, the bridge of your nose, the tip of your nose, and if you want even more highlight than you might already have, like I look really shiny right now, you can apply it on your cheeks. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be your cheeks, it would be like your upper. I also apply it a little bit on my Cupid's bow. I really like making it extreme inner corners, but do it as sparingly as you want. Alright, so this is what it's looking like. Now the last thing that I do is I try and get a more shimmery or clear gloss. This is one I really like. It's actually a lip plumper, but it works as well. I don't know, this came in like a huge pack of different lip glosses from like either Five Below or Target, so I don't know the brand, but this is really nice. So this is the makeup look. Now if you want something to really elevate your look, you can do a little wing, and if you do a wing, I would recommend doing it with some brown eyeliner or some brown eyeshadow to just kind of drag out your eyes just a little bit. But that's obviously personal preference. I don't really do that, but I have done it before and it looks really cute. So just a little tip.
Now that I'm editing, I've thought of a few more ways you can really elevate this look if you're looking for something that's not so simple. Instead of brown liner, you can opt for something that's more graphic with colorful eyeliner by just using eyeshadow. You can also do gems instead of highlighter where I placed it, especially in the inner corners. That is something that I've seen a lot of people do. It's really cute. You can go even crazier with the highlighter and do gold highlighter on your cheeks or even a pink highlighter. If you really feel like you need concealer, maybe try something like pink concealer instead of your matte blush. I hope one of those ideas can elevate your look even more.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, or comment down below. Any of us would be awesome. And if you can, make sure to like and follow me on my Instagram. We're going to such an amazing community on there, and I'd love to see you. So yeah, I'll see you all next week. Bye!
You're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're with me. Felt like sudden